A number of years ago, I decided to explore the types of visions Joseph Smith had, as well as how many. And I was rather surprised when I discovered that documentation exists to show that he had over 70 visions. Most of these visions are not found in the standard works, but pervade the prophet's own history and the records kept by contemporaries who were present when a vision was received or when Joseph Smith spoke about his sacred communications. Joseph Smith may have received more visitations of heavenly personages than any other prophet in the history of the earth. Certainly his most magnificent and doctrinally significant theophany occurred in the sacred grove in the spring of 1820, when the Father and the Son appeared and ushered in the opening of the latter-day dispensation. 3 years later, young Joseph was visited for the first time by the resurrected angel Moroni, the last known survivor of the Nephite nation. Thereafter, from September 1823 until July 1829, when Joseph Smith returned the plates, a period of nearly 6 years, Moroni appeared numerous times to the prophet, 22 of which can be documented, to help Joseph Smith receive the plates and to later provide additional instruction during the course of the translation. But Moroni was not Joseph's only spiritual teacher during these preparatory years. Statements by some of the prophet's contemporaries reveal that during his annual interviews with Moroni, the young seer was visited and taught by numerous ancient prophets and apostles. Joseph never mentioned who these angelic ministrants were, but John Taylor provided a few possible identities. He reported, when Joseph Smith was raised up as a prophet of God, Mormon, Moroni, Nephi, and others of the ancient prophets who formerly lived on this continent came to him and communicated to him certain principles pertaining to the gospel of the Son of God. Elder Taylor continued, the principles which he had placed him in communication with the ancient apostles and prophets, such men as Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Noah, Adam, Seth, Enoch, and the apostles that lived on this continent, as well as those who lived on the Asiatic continent. He seemed to be as familiar with these people as we are with another. In the Wentworth letter, published in 1842, the prophet stated, after having received many visits from the angels of God, the angel of the Lord delivered the records into my hands. So although Moroni was Joseph Smith's main instructor during the annual interviews at the Hill Cumorah, the ancient Book of Mormon prophet also invited a number of very special guest visitors. Joseph Smith and Oliver Cowdery also testified of the personal appearance of John the Baptist, Peter, James, John, Moses, Elias, and Elijah, who appeared to confer priesthood authority and keys. The fact that both the prophet and Oliver were co-participants in these visitations gives additional testimony and credibility to the reality of these visionary experiences.